Hello, and welcome to That Conference. Today we have Matt Frye, the elusive Matt Frye. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Matt Frye. Been working at True Stage, which was formerly CUNY Mutual Group, for just under 20 years. I had a little break in that time, but came back, started as a software developer out of college, went to UW-Madison, and then have just kind of worked my way up, working as an architect with managing other architects and the whole thing. So yeah, it's been a long journey. Loving every minute of it though.
Amazing. And you've been a software developer and now you're an architect. Do you have a favorite tech stack?
I'm the Microsoft, corporate-y enterprise kind of person. So that's really what my whole career's been about and what I like to do. So I really get into it.
C#.net.
The full thing there, Azure. Hopefully that doesn't offend too many people out there, but
I don't think it will. We'll see. We'll see what the comments say. Okay, super cool. And do you want to give me a little bit about like the day in the life of an architect? Like what's the role, what's the responsibilities look like?
Sure. It varies from time to time. We play a lot of different roles, at least at my company. So we can do everything from working with our teams to kind of work on a full scale design, like drawing the pictures of where we're headed. So we might be doing a redesign on how we're going from on-prem to cloud. We might be just doing some, oh my God, we're having problems with performance. How can I help and kind of figure out what's going on there? Working with our business and product owner on a roadmap for their tech debt.
Yeah.
So we have to figure out what's going off support. How do we meet that and put that into the road plan? And then working on our business planning for next year, like what do we have for projects and like working on estimates and things like that. So
wow,
a lot of different things.
The planners of all the software things.
I feel like architects you've learned everything about the company and know how everything works, and now you get to do it all, almost like whatever needs to be done.
Very, very cool. That's awesome. Yeah, but I mean, years and years of experience, that'll get you there, right?
Yep.
Cool. Okay. So then as an architect, are you also kind of the person that like says, hey, we got to make sure that we have some security service here at user input, or like we got to be redacting this kind of information if it ever gets input at all?
Always. I mean, security has to be built into everything we do. That's important. That's mandatory for things, because our devs, as much as they want to be secure, they don't always know the practices and the ways to do it. So
right. We
want to review that and make sure that hopefully our tooling can do that so that they don't have to do it, right? Like it should just be built into the way things are.
Yes, it definitely should just be built into the way things exist. Like there should never be a user box or like an input box without some sort of check there. Okay, super, super cool. Do you want to tell me a little bit about your favorite project that you've ever worked on? Like maybe the best architecture that you feel like that was a knock out of the park?
Oh, probably when we switched from one of like a vendor we were using to help us accelerate to the cloud. And then we switched off of that and went using more native paths from an Azure perspective and like redesigning how we did things and optimizing it. So we went from that service to building out app services using Kubernetes clusters and enabling our customers to not have any downtime as we transitioned over, and then helping our teams understand that mental switch. So the vendor before, it kind of took care of all of that. It helped us get into the cloud, but it kind of obscured some of that information. Yeah. And then now our devs have to own and understand how to do that, CI/CD operations and owning that infrastructure and how to troubleshoot and make sure that everything's up to date and the security around that as well.
Yeah, I was going to say, migrating to the cloud is like serious business. Like that's so many dev hours. Did you guys have to migrate all of that data or migrate over services, and then just flip a switch one day and say, hey, we're on the cloud now? Or was it a slow and incremental process?
I would say slow and incremental. A lot of our data stayed in the same place, but we were able to move service by service over and then use things like our traffic manager and DNS operations to be able to kind of use a blue-green deployments, so that way we could switch traffic over to some of it, ensure that things were working, and if we saw any problems, we were able to kind of do a failback, and we then kind of kept that old environment alive for a period of time, just because business was a little nervous and wanted to make sure everything was right, and we made it through the full work week on Monday when people are in our business, we tend to be more of a 8 to 5 kind of thing on weekdays. So when Mondays hit, the traffic spikes up, and so everyone wanted that feel-good moment of seeing it all happen before we could turn off the old services.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Was there a big cake, a big celebration?
Well, we're all remote now, so it's a virtual cake. The virtual happy hours were a thing, and learning to celebrate remotely is a fun experience.
It's a fun experience. Yeah, remote bingo is always real fun. Okay, super, super cool. And then I guess, what was the experience like? So you were saying that you would have basically training the developers on CI/CD pipelines and what it means to be deploying to the cloud. What was that experience like?
Oh, it was challenging in the fact that we needed to upskill some internal enablement teams. So we have a secure cloud enablement team that focuses on writing scripts to help kind of bridge that gap for developers so they don't have to know all the details.
Oh.
And then that made it easier. We provide internal documentation to help them. Then we built some security into that. That way it helped our developers not have to use every bit and piece that's just out there. Because if I were to go out to Microsoft's website, they just kind of give you here's how you get started and don't tell you all the secret sauce and how to do security the right way out of the box. They just want to get you hooked on their services, make it easy to get something up and running, but then anybody can get at it and you don't know who's using it or what, and you have no logs and all that other fun things.
Yeah, you need logs, user credentials, user access tokens, and different levels of RBAC and access control.
Yes. Managed identity over using just general keys out there is a best practice that we look to implement.
Awesome. Okay, cool. I think the last question I have, the last official question, is what's a cool trend in your tech space or your industry that you're excited about for the next 5-10 years?
Well, the easy answer is AI, but that's the one that has a lot still to it. So it's kind of on the horizon that we're not ready to take on just yet. But it's so much in the future with that. The other thing we're looking at is how to do multi-cloud better and use more IAC tools, something like Terraform or Pulumi, something like that would allow us to make it easier for our development teams to be able to deploy without having to have all the specific deployment code for the individual cloud providers.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, being cloud agnostic or being able to take this service from this cloud provider and this service from this cloud provider is definitely on the horizon for a few of the cloud providers. So I would say that's very, very much up and coming, probably within the next year. So just some inside information. All right. GIF or JIF?
GIF.
Okay. Coffee is hot or cold?
Neither. Sorry. I hate coffee. I'm not a coffee drinker.
Okay. What do you drink then?
I prefer water now. I've tried to kick soda, so I get my caffeine from chocolate or something.
Sick. Okay, then that answer is sweet or savory?
Sweet all the way.
Vim or Emacs?
Oh, Emacs.
Vinyl or digital?
Vinyl.
iOS or Android?
iOS.
Okay. Is the earth flat or round? And then we have a 6-question this or that thing.
Oh, no.
Oh, it's so fast.
Oh, my God.
It is so fast. What?
I don't know. I don't know where this could be anything. You're going to give me...
No, it's
rapid fire.
Yeah, it's
from the heart. You just got to give it.
You got to give...
You're going to do a psychological profile on me.
No.